I'm not doing all that.
Recording.
All right, we're back. No, but definitely, I'll let you guys connect, and I was actually reflecting on that because the beautiful thing is like you guys have your situation that you guys are going through. My kids, they see what I do. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So sometimes they may think I'm crazy. Some of my practices, things that I do with ground and sun gazing. But the beautiful thing about it, like yesterday, what happened is that she got to come in and experience what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And
No, listen, that's a beautiful situation. Like, keep that connection with your kid. Like,
oh, I
listen,
love,
like,
yeah, we have an
Yeah,
amazing.
she's fantastic. She is
she
fantastic.
is.
And guess what, yo? She is way smarter than you.
Oh,
Mhm.
I already
Wait,
know. I
okay, just
already
as long
know.
as you know that she's way smarter
No,
than you.
No,
I
she's
know.
smarter than you think she is. Though.
But especially you, Raphael. Especially you. Just as long as
Thank you.
we
Thank
have
you,
the
can you dig it?
understanding that mainly you. Okay.
Yeah,
All
that
right.
one hit. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, I understand.
That one
Just
hit. That one hit.
to let you
Yeah,
know.
but that's the lesson in it. Is like they know that I've raised them, and I've put a lot of my stuff on hold, which is cool. Anyway, like I sacrifice for my kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yes.
now
Yes,
they
it's
starting to
beautiful.
see. Now they starting to see that now in this new light that I'm in. Like I have the time to do what makes me happy to help and heal others. In my modalities, and it's like
And y'all
that's
get
the
more time together. The
yeah,
time y'all got is priceless.
and that's the message I'm portraying with my kids. They see that like I didn't have that support when I was growing up. I
Right.
support my kids. She's like, I want to go be a tattoo artist. Baby, go do it.
Right.
Like, give me a tattoo.
You know what I'm
Hey,
saying? Yeah.
hey, let me
Whatever
guess.
you want to do,
So,
whatever. That's the thing. That's for parents. That's one of the lessons we have to understand is that we're not here to control or we're here to guide. You know what I
that's right.
mean? And support.
And you know what's
And
funny? The tattoo that you have, that your daughter gave you, that's the first picture I decoded.
remember, yeah, that's
Yeah.
what.
First one.
That's where everything got. I was like, okay, there's something here because this is
So,
wild. I got
so
yeah, that was
understand
wild.
that when you saw that and it caused a spark in you, that was the thing that woke me up. That picture that you have tattooed on your arm is the picture that woke me up and said, wait a minute. I know what this is saying. I've seen this a million. It drove me crazy for like 6 hours because I couldn't figure out where I'd seen the image, but I know I'd seen it a million times. And then when I saw it, and I'm like, oh my God, there it is. This physical proof that we have God literally inside of our literally physical. We can touch God. We know exactly where it is physically. And no one seems to care. But
Yeah,
they
people
care
are
now.
listening. Yeah, people are
They
listening.
care now.
More,
And
more than
understand
you
that, man,
think. Yeah.
I'm not bringing nothing, but I'm not trying to bring nothing but good. I don't care what religion you are. What I mean is I don't discriminate. All we care about is this, some fundamental things. Everyone should have choice. God gave everyone consent. And what's taking place right now, and we keep having these eternal strifes and battles and bad weather and wars because people's consent is being removed from them. You're having in so many of these incidents and situations that everywhere you go around the world, there's a man who gets to decide for all the women. And like women, like what? As long as women, when you go along with a man making all your decisions, you're going to have the worst kind of men. And a man making a decision isn't a making a decision for the behalf of women. When men make decisions unilaterally for women, they make them to control women, to position themselves better to take advantage of women. So women shouldn't support that. So if men are doing that, you're putting yourself into a bigger prison. And when you're lying and going along with it, you're making it that your man doesn't have to be any better. So when you go along with your man and pretend he's X, Y's, and Z, and he's not doing X, Y's, and Z's, then what's happening is he won't get better. And you continue breeding men who won't do better. So what I'm saying is everyone deserves consent. And we believe even the creator gives everyone consent. But something's taking place where men have literally gotten in the way of the relationship with billions of women and their creator. We haven't thought about that. You say that the church and the preacher gets in between man and God, or the preacher, the pastor, or the father. But there's way more situations where uneducated men who just are bigger than a woman get to say that, no, y'all don't get to go anywhere and take your ass in the house.
So that depiction that you're talking about, and the thing about consent, even when you don't go along with something, you don't say something, you're still consenting. And that's what
That's
people
right.
don't understand. So you
That's
have
right.
to take,
Exactly.
you
That's
have to
right.
take responsibility and accountability, and that you guys are an amazing depiction of that and what you're doing and what you're speaking on. Because, and it's funny that you guys, I didn't even say this yesterday, but when you started talking about Gilgamesh with Jay, so this is why people don't understand in our history that I've been researching. So if you look at any of the old murals or hieroglyphics of Gilgamesh, you'll find him always corralling, or it looks like he's choke holding a lion. That's how
Mhm.
they depict Gilgamesh. Now, a lot of
Right.
people think because everything has been inverted, the truth, because they don't want us to know the truth, they think that has to do with sacrifice and killing animals. That's kind of where that practice came from, but that's not what it was. That depiction is that he's holding Leo. So we went from a system of recognizing the moon, Luna, and that got taken away with the vapor canopy, and then we got the sun, because people don't understand in our history we used to have a biosphere where we had two suns, a greater sun and a lesser sun, but we couldn't see it because there was a vapor canopy in between the sun and the earth, like it was clouds, but it would still illuminate. So that picture of Gilgamesh, him choking the lion, is basically showing how they took power from the divine woman and now it went into the divine man. That's why now everything is evolved around the sun, Jupiter, Saturn, and you get that they took the matriarch away, and now this is the time of the man. So
Mm.
what you're explaining right now is that is the beginning of that.
What's fun? Okay, so again, take it back. Let's fast forward. We look at Hiawatha. When Hiawatha decided to try to enforce and try to spread the Treaty of Peace. So the nations, the Iroquois nations were all warring for a couple hundred years because infiltrators came in, and what we're seeing right now, it's the exact same thing, except the clothes are different. And Hiawatha realized that if he realized something very, very simple that people don't take into perspective, and this is a very, very simple thing. If these five fingers are at war with each other, right? He realized that if they stop fighting with each other, they're all more secure. And he went to go convince the other tribes that, listen, if you stop fighting him and become friends with him, then now you become one and you don't have to worry about him trying to kill you anymore. And now this finger can protect you and we can protect you. And now we're friends. But he went to his own tribe chief, and his own tribal chief told him, eat a fat one. No, we don't like the idea. I'm paraphrasing because he probably spoke a different language. Can you dig? And and he had to leave, and he went to the different villages and different chiefs, and they kept telling the men, kept telling them no. So it dawned on him, you know what? These men who are all saying no are all lesser than me. They're not smarter than me. They're not better than me. They're not better dancers than me. They're more handsome than me. They don't get better bitches than me. These lesser men get to say no for all these women. It's a pattern that keeps going on all over the world. You notice? You understand? Ain't nothing changed. So he understood, fuck these bitch ass niggas. Let me go and talk to the ladies. So then what he did was he got with the woman. Her name was, Jesus Christ, I am so sorry.
I know it begins with J. I can't remember right now.
Please pull up the woman, the Hiawatha.
What was her
She
name?
is
God.
the Mother Earth.
Yeah.
Put Hiawatha, and he partnered with this woman. I'm so sorry, I forgot her name. I'm losing sleep, losing weight. Only thing I'm getting smarter, right? But I'm paying a physical toll for it.
We're gonna edit that last part. Higher.
And I got this shape up, which really hurts my feelings.
Oh,
And
yeah,
you and Dave,
hey, you got me sponsored, so we good. We good.
you know the worst part about it. I am so ashamed of myself that I went along with your shenanigans. I'm just so ashamed of myself.
You're like, you
But
did. I was like, yeah.
I know. Listen, brother. And the thing about it is because I'm hurt. You know, I'm telling you, they get you. You understand society. Understand they get you when you're weak. Any other day of the week, I'd have been like, man, I ain't playing for that, man. What you trying to got? What you got going on for me? But today, because of my shape up, you cut me deep, Shrek. Shrek, you cut me deep. You cut me deep, Shrek.
Okay, so Hiawatha spoke.
What's her name? How do you pronounce it? Jingalsa? How do you pronounce it?
Oh no, I'm trying to find it.
Her name was, gosh, I got it written down upstairs, but I can't wake my kids up.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it here.
But she was a Mother Earth. Let me tell you about this woman. So she used to run a house. And let me reverse it a little bit before we get on her, because while you're looking for, let me tell you about the mistake.
Jiga Sashi.
Yes, that's her. Yes.
Jiga Sashi.
Pull her up. She's amazing. But the reason why the people had such a hard time and getting things right in America is because when the colonists came over, they talked only to the chiefs, the male chiefs, and they didn't know that the Indian nations were all female owned. All the females ran all of the houses.
That's how
and
it
no
was.
one knew.
That's how
Yeah,
it
the
was.
females ran all the houses, the men, but the white men and the different foreigners who came over to colonize this land didn't talk to any females, didn't know that the females, they only talked to the men and didn't know that the men weren't even in charge. It was the females. So this particular female by the name of, if you can pull the information up,
the peacemaker.
they call her the peacemaker.
Yeah, is it Gitchi Gumi? Geitchi?
No,
No.
it's
It's JigonsaseH.
Jingansase, something like that, Jingansase, I believe, but I'm sorry if you pronounced it wrong. But this woman, she's the
Oh, I
operator.
see. Okay, I'm a screen share. I found it.
Perfect. So let me tell you a little about her. The particular house that she used to operate during the war was a neutral house. And when I mean neutral, I mean the real kind of neutral, the real heroes neutral. So her policy was this: no matter what tribe you were from warring, there was no violence inside of my house. So if you were wounded and hungry, you come into my house and you would eat and sleep right next to the person you were just fighting and warring with, who just murdered your brother. And they respected her truce. The warriors respected her truce. So Hiawatha said, I am tired of talking to these bitch ass niggas who are lesser men than me. Why am I asking permission from these men who are clowns, who can't do nothing that I can do? Let me go talk to Mother Earth, the peacemaker, Jigansase. And they made a pact, and he and she united the entire Iroquois nation, all 5 nations, this man and woman together. It took 2, take a man and a woman to do it together. But he did it with his woman. The reason why Malcolm didn't do well, which is my hero, and the reason why Martin didn't get it done is because they went out and tried to do it themselves. But they had dynamic women who should have been going along with them, because I swear to God, I'm alive right now because the things I missed, my woman caught. And Coretta and Betty are serious geniuses. They could have helped Malcolm, and they could have pointed out some of those snakes that he couldn't see because he had to be busy seeing everything else. So Hiawatha got what Johnson say. I'm so sorry for pronouncing it wrong. I got trained. I'm raised in Baltimore, so our schools are terrible.
Yeah.
I say Doug instead of dog.
But I spelled it so they'll be able to go and look it up themselves.
Yeah,
Maybe put this in the link too.
You say chew instead of you. Like I
do, and I say you instead of whatever y'all say.
I'm like, no, but that's what it is. That's how I recognize you from Baltimore. And it's so funny because you have somebody who looks just like you. That was another thing that was with this whole interaction that we're doing together.
I'm not going to fall for this one this time, okay?
No, this isn't a joke. There's an individual, because I was always heavy into music and freestyle. They do like what's called rap battling, the URL, where they rap battle against each other. There's a brother from Baltimore who looks just like you and speaks just like you. I'll pull up a picture and you're gonna trip out. It's your doppelganger. And that's who it reminded me of you when you started talking.
And for the record, anyone's watching, I am not falling for this.
Let me
So
the pronunciation, you're gonna trip out. It's
yeah, I can't wait. How old is he?
He's a younger gentleman, but it's funny because a lot of the mannerisms that Santana has, he talks like that, like he's the cat. Like, let me pull him up. Not to go into another tangent, but check this out. You're gonna
No, listen. Listen.
No, y'all keep building. No, I'm being serious. I'm being serious.
No, we good. We gotta keep going.
You know, it's so weird because I never thought that Santana sounded like he was from Baltimore. Do I sound like
No.
I'm from Baltimore?
Not at all. But I can tell yesterday, that's how
Crazy.
energy
I
works.
really am.
No,
But
you
I
can tell
really
you
am,
ain't from
and he's
Baltimore.
not.
But the thing about it, even in your guys' energy, like attracts like, and you start becoming one, you become a union. So yesterday I heard you saying even the word you like he does. I'm like, that's great, but you can't catch it because it's
We
become so
both went
natural
to the
now.
same
Yeah.
terrible schools,
Yeah.
man. Our school's
They were-
terrible.
Mine was worse than his.
But John Eagle Howard, let me tell you what I loved about John Eagle Howard School. I failed kindergarten and I failed second grade, right? But the reason why I failed kindergarten is because I refused to go inside of the building because I stayed in the playground because it didn't make sense for me to go inside that building when there's a playground outside. So I never went inside and they failed me because of it.
That's his name.
But-
His name is Prep. Look, check this out. You about to trip out. This is
Prep.
the kid. Yeah,
There's
his name
better
is.
not be somebody trying to dress like me and pretend my style now that I'm gone. If
I'ma
I
get a
find
good-
somebody stole my style since I left the city,
I'm gonna get a good picture of him. But yeah, I think you guys can see Prep. Let me pull up this dude right here. Yeah, it just reminded. I was like, man, this dude looks just like this guy. Prep talks like him, same mannerisms, very educated when he's battling. Like it's a trip.
look at this. Let me see what you got here.
Here he is, right here.
It's like your screen is covering up. Oh, you can move it. Okay.
Yeah, this is Prep.
Yeah, he looked just like, exactly like nothing I've seen in my face. Goddamn it.
I'm trying
What
to
are you
think-
looking at there, Raphael? I mean, he's a snazzy dresser.
I'm
I
trying
don't
to
give him
figure
that.
out what's happening
Have you
here.
seen my face? I look like a bird. I have a beak. I get teased about this thing all the time.
Man, you
forgot
look.
because my hairline
It's
looks
just
bad
it's
like
just the way you talk, the mannerism. It reminded, and I'm like, I know
Maybe we need
Santana's
to
from
see
Baltimore.
Brad.
Yeah.
Oh, but I'm a man of the people. Like, you understand that I've been wearing suits for a long time and I've been very, very professional. And I'm in rooms with people that are too good. I'm not supposed to be in these rooms. We gotta understand that I'm in these rooms because I played the part and I played the part my entire life. But at the same time,
And that's the beautiful thing about this guy, his character, is that he came dressing in. So in the rap battle arena, you know, everybody dresses hip hop, street, whatever it is. He came in with the suit, the bow tie, the glasses, and he was killing it. And then he changed his persona to Dirty Prep, which is what.
that's exactly. But with me, I've always stayed in the streets, except nothing illegal. You know, whenever it come to, if you're talking about gunplay or drugs or anything, it was nothing. Only thing I wanted to do was go and dance. Anybody know where a place to go and dance?
Anybody dancing?
Anybody dancing? You know, so that's it. And no matter what. So, and I don't care what you have. I don't care if I have a nicer car than you. I don't care about that. Let's just dance. And we dance.
That's what we used to do, though. That's what we did
That's
growing up.
That's it. And we still dance. We still
Oh yeah.
dance. You know, we don't have that shoulder shrug that you got over there that you be rocking. We
I
ain't
don't know
got
what that is. I don't know
You
what
know
that is.
We ain't got that right there.
Oh,
We
yeah,
don't
oh,
do
you
that.
know about yeah.
Exactly.
We still got Duval in here, but at the end of the day, me being Latino, we dance, bro. Bachata, merengue, salsa, we get it in.
I'm saying all I'm saying.
Oh,
All
you
I'm
know
saying
what?
is
I wanted to show him the Mona Lisa, the Basquiat Mona Lisa.
Yes,
His
please,
show was
please.
on there.
yeah. So let's break down Mona Lisa.
Let-
You want to break down the Mona
Okay.
Lisa?
Let's get into Mona Lisa.
I'm gonna send you the pic.
Okay.
You can actually Google Basquiat Mona
I
Lisa.
had, it took me some searching
That's because we
for
here.
that, but I mean, I just figured it would be easier this way.
Yeah, I got it right here.
Yeah.
Basquiat's,
Yeah, the Mona Lisa. Is
Basquiat's Mona Lisa.
Is it the one where she's got all the orange, or is it the one where it says Mona on her chest?
Orange? It's
Okay,
orange.
I got it. Yeah, I got it right here.
All right, perfect.
Yeah, it's really here.
All right, perfect.
Okay, I haven't had an opportunity to break it
No,
down and dissect it
no,
yet.
it's
I just
kind of
wanted
like,
to-
it's kind
Let's
of
do
like,
it though. Let's do it.
I did give it a look, but it was just a look. I picked up something as soon as I looked at it, but
Basquiat, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. Basquiat is about to be like the Pele of the world because Basquiat gave us everything. You understand? He told us everything.
I already see so.
Do you
yeah,
see it?
do you see it?
You
Do you
see
see
that?
it? What is it?
I see Bitcoin.
Can
Yes,
you dig it? So why
Yo,
is Basquiat?
Raphael,
Come on.
Raphael, when was this painting done? Because I don't know.
I don't know. Let me check.
You do realize that Bitcoin wasn't out when Basquiat was alive, right? The same way that September 11th took place in 2001 and Basquiat made a picture in 1981 that showed.
It says 82, right?
Yeah, I think it was 83.
Okay. Well, nonetheless, I can assure you that Bitcoin
That's crazy.
was not. Okay.
That's crazy. I
Okay.
love this shit. I love this shit.
All right. So let me so go pull up the real Mona Lisa. So let me tell you what Basquiat knows that other people. Let me put it up. Let me build it up. Pull up the real Mona Lisa. Pull up Da Vinci's Mona Lisa to show you how much Basquiat knows. Basquiat knew and knows everything, and his contract for being here is he agreed to stay here just for 27 years because he couldn't take the pain, and that's why.
And you know, 27 is my name, my number.
Of course it is.
Isn't that crazy?
Can you dig it? So pull up the regular Mona Lisa. Let me tell you about the regular Mona Lisa, if I haven't explained to it before. So Raphael, of a strange thing happened.
Funny.
You know that symbol on your arm, that the picture of the making of Adam that you have tattooed by your daughter, who is an amazing artist, who I can't wait to tell you some secrets about her artwork.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that.
Yeah. So when that picture, the Mona Lisa, what you're looking at, and people asking you why it costs so much money, is because Mona Lisa is hiding a very hilarious secret. So if you look into the Mona Lisa, you're going to find that, I know we broke down before, but for the people who haven't seen it, we'll break it down really quickly again. If you look in the back of the Mona Lisa, you're going to find all the way in the back some mountains in the back that looks like ice. They're icy blue all the way in the back of the picture on the right-hand side. You look back there. I don't know if you can zoom in, but if you can't, but if you can on your side, just zoom in on that. You'll see it's blue back there on that side of the Mona Lisa. And then you look on the left, you're going to also see the same thing. You're going to see icy blue on the left-hand side, and you're going to see some X's over there. You look really close, you're going to see a pair of X's. You're going to see a pair of two X's, the letter X, like the X-Men, like, before a W, X. You know what I mean? In the back, on the left corner. And if you look really closely, if you pull that arrow straight up, Raphael, a little bit further, up, bow, right there. That is a woman's face. She is in labor, and she's laying on her side face. That's a woman's face you're seeing right there. So you are watching life start. And those two X's represent us, humanity. And each of us start off with what? Two X chromosomes, yes? Do everyone start off as a girl?
That is correct.
Two X chromosomes, right? This is
My daughter told me that the other day. It's funny you brought that up.
I told you she's way smarter than you, man.
That's crazy.
And I was the one who told you, right?
Because
isn't that crazy?
Yes, see, I appreciate you being real. I appreciate you being real. Thank you, Ariel.
It's something. Well, no, this was years ago when I told him no. But when you said that she was a Pisces, and then when I saw her, I was like,
No, listen. When I saw her,
Pisces, the thing about Pisces is that they know. You got, like I said, you guys are mad intuitive. You guys
intuitive, yes, they are. When I saw your daughters, as soon as I saw one piece of your daughter's artwork, I was like, oh, let me tell Raphael, I know something. So we all know we know that if you don't, well, for those who don't know, forgive me if we're going and we're discussing things you may not know that, but when we're born, we all are born with set of chromosomes, two X chromosomes. We all start off as little girls. And throughout the process, something changes and we turn into little girls or little assholes or little boys. So what you're watching, and the reason why the Mona Lisa costs so much money is for two reasons. Number one, if you can go a little further down this picture and scroll down a little bit. Okay, now right there. You see back there, go back up some, it's a river up there. And you see that ice blue river up there where it starts off at in the beginning. And you notice that river turns into a red river. So it goes from ice blue to red, right? You see the S? The S is for Santana. He's saying, can you dig it? Man, made you look. That's what you get for this joke you told me earlier. But what they're trying to tell you is, at some point, there's an introduction of something that takes place that turns a little girl into a boy. Now, I want you to focus on Mona Lisa's hands. Now, on the treasure maps, they say X marks the spot, right? But when you look at her hands, what do her hands look like?
They look like a Y.
You goddamn right, it looks like a Y. Because when you add a Y chromosome, you get a boy. Because Mona Lisa is a boy. That's a boy. It's a transvestite. It's a boy.
It's a switcheroo.
So how do we prove that? It's a switcheroo. So let's give us some confirmation.
Oh, that's what the S is for.
The switcheroo. So let's do some full confirmation to prove to you that Da Vinci is telling you that Mona Lisa was born as Mona Lisa is a man. That's a transvestite. So Mona Lisa was not only a boy, that's a transvestite, a transgender. Mona Lisa's sick, and Da Vinci treated her with something called leech therapy. How do we know that? I want you to Google what a leech bite looks like.
Mm-hmm. Let me find a good picture of it.
There's a good one, real.
There it is, right here. Here we go.
There you go. What's that look like to you?
Oh, that's a Y.
Are you sure it's a Y? Or I'm just a crazy guy. Never mind, it's a Y. Both of those answers are both right. That's a Y. So please go back to the Mona Lisa, please. So you go to her hands, and the Y marks the spot. And he was treating her with medicinal leaves to the stomach because she's sick. If you look at that's why you have the Y at the stomach. You look at her shawl, dress, whatever you want to call that thing she's wearing, you're going to see that the creases in it all make the letter Y's. Even her fingers are Y's, and they do not cross. There's no X's there. They're just Y's, because they're telling you that the Y was introduced at some point of development, and it created a boy. And it's also telling you at some point, we know how to change what we started off as a boy into wanting to be a girl. It shows you how to make what we're calling transgender people. This is not an opinion. This is not me saying anything's right or wrong. It's just showing you how it does it. And I can show you another picture too if you want to look.
But it's so crazy, right? Because it's also with the hands. The hands, one, look underdeveloped, right?
Absolutely.
There's no, any kind of
during development,
muscle mass or anything like that. But if you also look at the wrists, those are not the wrists of a woman.
Absolutely.
Right.
That's a man.
You know,
and you don't
those
see
are some
breasts.
big wrists.
This like
she got like mitts.
But zoom in on the clothing and zoom in on the red sleeve, and all you see is a bunch of Y's.
Mm-hmm.
You see a bunch of Y's because they're telling you that we introduced the Y chromosome and we have a boy here. Now, if you want further explanation, understand that if you know Da Vinci's name, it's for a reason. He's a genius. He is my favorite aesthetically in what he does it. Now, if you don't believe what Da Vinci's saying, pull up Michelangelo's The Last Judgment. Huge picture. You know why it's so huge?
What was that?
Because it's got a message and it's trying to give a message to humanity. And what you're looking at is a ticking clock.
Yeah, I think that's the one.
Yeah, that's it. Now, there's a particular part of this that I need to show you that we're at right now. This whole picture will take a very long time for me to dissect a day. It will be the best day of your life, a lot of fun, but we don't have time. So let me just get to the meat of it.
Entire ceiling.
Let me get to the meat of it. All right, what I need you to do is I need you to go to the left side of it, the middle left-hand portion of that picture where you see a cross at, a person carrying a cross.
Right here.
Yeah, around there, yeah. If you can zoom in on that, perfect. Yeah, zoom in that section over there. On your left, go to your left and zoom in further.
Yeah,
okay, so
yeah.
All right, I have that picture. I can send it to you, but what I want you to look at is zoom over there to your left, and I want you to look at down a little bit. Yep, go down.
It's bigger.
Right there. I know it's bigger. Stay right there. See that? Stay right there. That section you're looking at. From there, keep your cursor there. If you look at the bottom corner of that little section there, you're gonna see a guy on his knees in red with a red dress on with a butt. Somebody giving someone what we call, yes, you see that? Okay, now look there and go back to the top where you started at. So what you're looking at, remember I was explaining yesterday that these pictures that we're looking at, what we are the 10 building blocks, and they're telling you how we have been created. And it also tells you how to make a boy, tells you how to make a girl, tells you how to make a little person, tells you how to make a giant, and it tells you how to make a boy who was born a boy and make him want to be a girl and want to be a homosexual. I have no judgment. I don't care about it, but I'm just simply saying that Michelangelo told you what they're doing and where it is in the body that we're corrupted. Now, if you look at that section that we're talking about, if you look at it closely, you're going to see that those clouds aren't really clouds. They're showing you the intestinal tract. So if you follow that arrow from the top of that left-hand corner, from left to right, back to down, right there. Now follow that, keep following from left to right, down, keep going, yep, down, no. You see that? That's the intestines. That structure is the intestines. Look at it, follow it. You're gonna go from large intestines all the way to small intestines.
I see what you said.
It's gonna empty out on the man who's on his knees doing a favor. Look at the red butt. Yeah. That's the butt. So just follow that. That's the intestinal tract you're looking at. So they're letting you know that there's something inside of our intestinal tract that is turning our straight boys who are born straight and just want to be with women until transgender and gay. Now, if you can zoom in on, I need you to scroll up a little bit in the middle of that intestinal area, and you're going to see that everybody in that picture is having sex and doing all type of activities. But you're going to notice that there's not one man in there. But you're going to notice that there's all the men having sex with each other all have breasts. Now tell me why Michelangelo is drawing men who have breasts. Every last one of them have a breast. That's called a transgender, right? Well, if transgender is something that we're talking about now and we're dealing with now in this new sex, then tell me why Michelangelo is painting you pictures with men with implants, with breast implants. These are men who just have muscles. These are breast implants.
Or at least hormones.
Or something. I know that I didn't, these can't get these at the grocery store. So I want you to give your attention to the top left-hand corner of the intestines. You're going to see a man who's got a hood. And he's got a hood because he's hiding something. He's hiding because if you look up further That man right there, he's wearing a hood, right? And you see that his titties is brown. That don't make any sense, does it? Okay, so he's wearing that hood because if you look up further, you're gonna see a guy on the cross because they see the Christ is coming and everybody is terrified because the Christ is returning. And it's like, oh shit, we over here doing this stuff. We shouldn't be doing this stuff. We feel guilty about it and we don't know why we have these feelings. So they're feeling scared because the Christ is coming and they think they're participating in something that the Christ is going to have a problem with. And they need not fear because these people have been poisoned as of all humanity and Christ don't care about sexuality.
Right.
Christ don't care about sexuality. Christ cares about love because sex between a man and a man is just sex. Somebody just came along and said it's gay.
If you're worried about a God that may not love you, then you need to give that God up.
Yeah, yeah.
And find one that's gonna love you always.
Big facts. Big facts.
Or a better one. Or better, you can be your own God. There's always an option.
Yeah.
So I want you to understand that these men are terrified. Look at the fear on their face because they see the Christ's return, but the Christ come to bring the light. Christ ain't come to do nothing bad. But you see the gentleman in the hood who's terrified of the Christ got those brown breasts. That right there is the homosexuality gene, my friends. And it comes from the Black woman. They get that homosexual gene from the Black woman and they infect the intestines at that point to make these boys into transgender. I'm not saying that. Michelangelo was saying that. Don't disrespect me. Can you dig it? Ow, don't like me. Listen, it's the Santana Effect. It's the truth. You love me for telling you the truth or hate me for telling you the truth, but I'm only trying to tell you the truth because I love you and the truth is going to set all of us free. Can you dig it?
And this is, I'm looking at so many pieces to this puzzle.
Oh,
It's a
no,
clock.
listen, it's like a ceiling. It's like a ceiling.
It's a clock. So
you're gonna have
when
to
you
take
get
pieces
stuck,
of it at a time.
Like, so like dissecting that one little piece, man, I can go on and on and on, but you understand that that's the anus there where that guy's out there. It's emptying out of the intestine, but understand that right there is what gets how you infect a boy and make him what we are calling gay. You're looking at it right there.
From the back
so understand that. That's right. Understand that these things here are not to be tampered with, but the people who are buying these paintings for $400, $800 million are fully aware of these things and they're tampering with us and they get to make choices about who we are going to be.
But I want to be clear. I want to be clear about something for anybody who has any issues with the label sexuality and all of that kind of stuff. Listen, we do not care. We do not take any position. We just want people to be happy.
Listen, as long as it's consensual adults.
So what I'm trying to say,
if y'all adults, it's your own. If it's consensual adults.
I want it to be on the record that we are only saying that all of us have been contaminated.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
All of us have been contaminated. So I don't want it to come off like, well, if you have a different sexual preference, then you've been contaminated. No, I'm saying that we all have been, and all of us have different side effects.
The generation, the millennials in particular, have been contaminated more with this. For example, we're not making fun of poking fun at anything.
No.
We're trying to remind the people, and the worst thing about it is people don't want to respect. Here's what I want to tell people who are giving these transgenders a hard time. Do not, please, I beg you, please be nice to the transgender people. Please do not hate a person for what they are. A transgender person isn't making that choice. And I can promise you and assure you that they're not choosing to be who they are. They just are who they are.
Exactly.
And they don't know that something's been done to them. The same way I didn't know something was done to me, the same way you don't know something's been done to you.
Right.
You've always been that way. So stop hating these people. You need to have compassion for these people and understand that consent was taken from them and something was done to them to fit in the gender. So stop fighting with that community, and we need to embrace them and understand that we have all been poisoned.
Yes.
That was the poison of that generation. And Michelangelo is trying to explain that to you. We can show you more.
Yes, but everybody, and don't get mad at anybody if they found a way to find some happiness. If that people need to just find happiness and love at the end of the day. That's what everybody wants. I don't care.